What did he say? That's literally going to be the girlfriend's reaction.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to the Vibe Check Cafe podcast. Today we are talking about the Am I Wrong subreddit, where we're just gonna get into some interesting stories that we've found on there. We got a lot of messed up stuff to talk about today. Today I'm drinking a nice peppermint tea from Hardy and Sons. What you got
I've
over
got
here?
spearmint tea. Oh, look, here we go. May your days be merry and bright.
Cute, festive. We got mint tea going on for both of us. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm your host, Lena. This is your host,
Ashley.
Ashley. Yeah, let's get into it. Am I wrong?
You're gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong?
I'll just go first then.
You're gonna have to take the reins today, and I'm just gonna be
Jesus,
like,
take the wheel. So we're
oh,
starting off strong today with am I wrong to feel weird that my partner, 25 male, has been hiding his from me?
initial thoughts. Hiding really things in a relationship is no bueno. I mean, it's all about
Yeah,
communication and honesty and all that fun jazz, but
right.
don't get too technical with it. You know what I mean?
Mm, mm,
But we'll
mm.
see. We'll see.
Yeah, there's definitely some overthinking going on here, but okay.
I feel that.
We've been together for a year. Also, the OP doesn't say how old they are,
Yeah.
just that the partner is 25. Also, the user deleted their account, so there will
Oh.
be no follow-ups or anything like that. We've been together for a year. We tell each other everything. He's my best friend. I went to use his phone yesterday and noticed his recent searches was hub. I was very shocked, to be honest. We have sex every day. How, what? He is not low in the smashing department, but we're like bunnies. And we have our stash of pictures and videos that he gets off on too. After I saw his Pornhub search, I got curious. So, for the first time in our 12-month relationship, I looked through his search history. In the past 5 days, there were about 25 different videos he was searching for. I can't help but feel hurt. I think that he doesn't think I'm good enough for him, or the fact that he never mentioned to me that he watches all the time. He tells me everything. Am I wrong to be sad about this? Can anyone help me not overthink this problem? I understand these girls are at the end of the day meaningless to him, but he's taken a shit ton of videos and pictures of me also, and still chooses to watch random chicks. I don't understand. He tells me I'm the best thing that's ever happened to him, and that I'm perfect for him, but yet is choosing to get off on other chicks.
Hmm. Oy.
Mm.
It's kind of happen.
I
As long as you
mean,
guys
yeah.
have a healthy communication. There we
Mm,
go. She needs to talk to him about it. Like,
yeah.
obviously, if something is affecting you emotionally, just the more you hold it in, like you said, there's some overthinking. Obviously, we see
Mm,
this kind of snowballing for her.
yeah.
Yeah, the more you get it out and talk about it, just on a level field. Don't come at it with like anger and how dare you do this kind of a thing, but more of,
Mm,
hey, so I saw this. I'm kind of ashamed that kind of went through your phone or whatever is the feeling behind that.
mm,
And I'm feeling yada, 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 yada. Like,
right.
I'm feeling a little less than because of it. At least you're getting your feelings out there and not in a angry way or a demeaning way.
Right. It's
But
like not
yeah,
building, you haven't built resentment yet, so
yeah,
definitely don't do that. I totally
yeah.
get how you that stuff can make you feel insecure, but
Mm,
if there's no problems in your relationship, I don't see why this would make you feel that way.
mm,
Especially when he's telling you stuff like you're the best thing that's ever happened to me, you're perfect for me, I love you so much, blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't understand why it's making you feel so insecure, but definitely handle that because
yeah.
we don't want to build
Fix
resentment and
fix
then
that.
you convince yourself he's emotionally cheating on you by watching or something, like you don't want to get to that point. Like,
And I mean, maybe there is something that he needs to confess. Like maybe he does have an issue that he's just kind of bottled, so to speak,
right.
because she had said that they're very healthy in that area
Mm,
and she's provided a lot of material for him.
right.
So, and maybe that once again just needs to come down to communication, having the
Right.
conversation, getting it out there, and leveling the playing field kind of a deal
Mhm.
versus stacking all the odds against him and then
Yeah.
attacking
And
him
then
with it.
being like accusatory and stuff like that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all.
Oh, top comment.
Yeah, top comment from Alice Store Trenton said, "You're wrong for sure, for lots of reasons, to be honest. You never discussed being off limits. You broke his trust and invaded his privacy. He wasn't doing anything wrong, just using incognito mode or any method of hiding his searches. He lets you use his phone, so clearly he trusts you and isn't ashamed of what he's doing. He's still having sex with you, so he's clearly attached to you and agrees to going to a strip club, a place with IRL women physically interacting is cheating. So he's also not doing that. Lots of guys watch because they like it or are bored and can't have sex at the moment or just want to watch instead of doing it at the moment. You have no reason to be hurt or feel betrayed. You didn't set a limit, and he had no reason to set for himself. And you broke his trust because you felt entitled to snoop."
Yeah. See, that's going to be the consequence of what she's done here. She went
Yeah.
off and snooped, and now she's got to deal with that. But the most she can do, the best thing you can do is talk it out.
Mm. Yeah, communication in a healthy way is most of the time going to solve the issue. Like,
Stop at least the overthinking, snowballing aspect of it.
right. Yeah.
I've fallen to that where I've just thought one thing and then let it go all the way into something it really didn't need to be. But
Right.
thank God I'm over the younger years.
Yeah, you live and you learn. Okay. When I asked, what were you doing while I was typing? All right, what do you got going on over there?
Am I, male 38, wrong for helping my trans son 17 transition? A hot topic.
Probably not, because that's what you're supposed to do
Hmm.
as a parent.
Yeah. All right. All
I
right.
mean,
All
I don't
right.
know. Did you have a child so that you could control them and shape them into whatever you want them to be? Because wrong answer, my guy.
Yeah, and there are some people out there that are like that, and I'm like, okay, can we just stop manipulating and our children and just let them live their lives?
Yeah, sometimes you really gotta back off and be like, why did I have this child?
Hmm.
What is the reason?
What was the reason? All
Carry
right.
on.
Me and my wife, female 39, were both conservatives when we met and grew up on traditional conservative values.
Great. Love that.
When we had our child, we planned on raising her with the same values. So when she started leaning into a tomboy lifestyle, we were at the time trying to steer her away from
Mm.
it. I had a talk with her about it when she was 14 and suggested more feminine lifestyle changes. And that was when she explained to that she thought he might be transgender.
I think we could just use the proper pronouns instead of putting the former pronouns in quotes
I'm
like
just,
it's that.
I'm just, I'm reading.
She told me that she wanted her.
Did a bunny foo foo hopping through the floor. Sorry.
Overuse of the quotation mark.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on.
At first, I wasn't accepting of it. My wife definitely wasn't. But he didn't seem to care and continued on with his transitioning. Cut his hair short, started using a different name, asked to be referred to as a boy. Over some time, I started to accept it. He still gave me respect and I didn't feel right denying him respect and denying his feelings. Recently, he asked for something called a chest binder. And at first, I thought it was some sort of sports bra, and he explained it to me a few times. I bought it for him since he really seemed to be set on it, and I didn't tell my wife. Eventually, she found out, and we had a fight over it. She said I shouldn't be encouraging our child's delusion and that I was being a horrible father. Now, I'm not qualified to talk on transgendered issues, but I did do research just to show that I could be educated at least somewhat. I read that being supportive was the best thing for transgender youth and decreases chances of suicide and things that I should also prefer my son not suffer through.
Mm.
I tried to tell her, but she called me a horrible father again, and she threatened that if I keep assisting him in this, that she would divorce me.
Bye, beach. Bye. See you never.
I don't really understand what I'm doing that's so wrong. Even if he ends up not being actually trans, all of his changes are reversible. Am I wrong in this? There's a couple edits, but
Mm.
we'll take the initial
Yeah.
thoughts first.
First of all, I'm super proud of this dude for being number one, conservative, and number two, a good father and recognizing that his child is a person and deserves
Yeah.
respect. I love that for him, and I love that for his son. And
Mm,
yeah, he's doing everything right. He's like, if anything happens in the future, this is reversible, like should he decide,
right.
or should he come to know that maybe this isn't what he was thinking it was, maybe it's
Yeah.
something else.
Right.
Maybe his son is NB and just prefers they pronouns. You never
Yeah.
know. But yeah, really, really proud of this dad for supporting his son in a conservative environment because that is so
Hmm.
difficult to do. These people are insane. Like,
Yes.
and
Yes, they
yeah, the
are.
wife is a prime example of that, calling the son delusional and stuff like that.
Threatening with
She's awful.
divorce and saying lovely, just lovely things like he's a horrible father.
Yeah. You're a horrible father for supporting your child. How dare you? Like,
Yeah. Like that was my biggest thing was I was so happy to see a father that is
yes.
supportive in their child's journey
Mm.
to finding out what they are and how they feel about themselves and just being
Hmm.
overall supportive, giving them this happy little bubble that, yeah, sure, not a problem. I got this for you.
Yeah.
And doing their due diligence and actually educating themselves even when they
And the
don't
fact
understand.
that he said, I am not qualified to speak on trans issues, but I'm doing research. I love that so much. I don't think this dude will be able to call himself conservative for much longer. So, congratulations.
Yes,
Congrats.
hats off to you, buddy. All right, first edit. Um, oh, actually, I'll just read the second edit because the first one says to read all the comments, and I'm not going to do that.
Read
Anyway,
all the comments? I don't think so.
yeah. All right. Actually, I'll just summarize and explain some things. I have not encouraged him to get surgery, and while he is still a minor, I would not sign off on that.
Mm.
I am supporting him, but I am not saying to him he's definitely a million percent a boy and couldn't possibly be anything else. I'm just using his preferred name, pronouns, and supporting him as much as I can while giving him space for his journey. As I have said before, I will still love and support him if he identifies as cisgendered or any identity because he's my kid. I'm not going to stop loving him. My wife is also not just unsupportive behind closed doors, but has been critical and snarky to him. He is in therapy and has not been diagnosed as neurodivergent despite being tested, and they test him autism, ADHD, etc.
Hmm.
I just hope all of this helps. So it sounds like the wife is just being really awful in this whole situation. And
Mm.
that is exactly the kind of stuff that ups the chances of occurring.
Yeah, or
And
just like
I,
social rejection, like the trauma that comes with your mother being like that.
yeah,
I'm
some
really
person
glad the
that you're
kid's in
supposed to
therapy.
be, yeah, exactly. This is supposed to be someone that this person can go to whenever.
I kind of hope the father will join his son in therapy. Like, I
Mm,
get if the son is going through therapy specifically for like gender identity stuff.
hmm Yep.
But if they do like family therapy also, a therapist can help you to better understand how to help your son and be supportive and all
Yeah.
that. You're doing a great job already just by
Yeah.
being like, I support you, I love you, and I don't care what you are. Like, you're my child no matter what.
Exactly.
That's great. But definitely, I think family therapy is also a really good option, just because I feel like a lot of times when a child is going through something difficult, the solution
Mm,
is put the kid in therapy. It's their problem, whatever. But it's a family unit's
yeah.
problem, especially when the mother is being this way.
Yeah.
Getting
Oh
like
yeah.
everyone to go to therapy together,
hmm
that can only benefit you.
Because it's hard
So,
to go through therapy on your own and then come back to the place that's causing the issue.
and nobody wants to try and understand you,
No,
which is probably causing the issues in the first
you're
place.
doing right.
Like,
Like this person
um,
is doing all the work for themselves. The dad's even educating himself, but yet the
mhm.
mom's sitting here going, try again. That's just going to cause a toxic environment. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Top comment from Bandicoot Dry.
Okay.
No. Yeah. I was like,
As opposed to
okay.
Bandicoot Wet.
Excuse me. All right. No, you're not wrong for supporting your child, but get them to a pediatrician and psychologist. This isn't something you can or should do on your own. Your child needs all the support he can get right now. And his mom not being supportive is a wound not easily healed.
Exactly.
Precisely.
But like, the saying, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
All right, moving into the next one. I got, am I wrong for wanting to play sick so my husband will take care of me?
I feel like that's I feel like that's real manipulative.
Yeah.
But uh
This is
sometimes
definitely another situation where communication will solve all the problems,
mm,
for sure.
sometimes the husband feels like he doesn't need to like do jack diddly squat, and
Mm,
it takes the person being literally sick before they're like, "Oh, okay, I'll do something."
mm. With like a
Anyway.
debilitating illness.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and
and then
usually 9 times out of 10 they just leave.
they just dip.
So, yep,
Bye. The
statistically speaking.
actual statistics on that are shocking.
Mhm.
Shocking
Yep.
compared to like women. Like if you're in a long marriage
Mhm.
and your husband gets sick,
Yep.
most of the women will stay until
Mhm.
the end, if it's
Yep.
a terminal illness.
Yep.
But if a woman in the relationship gets fatally ill or terminally ill, the husbands will just dip. They're like, this is too much for me. I can't handle it. Bye.
Back to the
So, am
story.
I wrong for wanting to play sick so my husband will take care of me? Just hear me out. I've never done this, but it came to my mind yesterday. I never get sick. In the last 5.5 years, I ran a fever one time. Voldemort times. Unless you
Okay.
count one time where I was severely hungover, then I've been sick twice. My husband doesn't get sick often, maybe
Solid.
once a year. Whenever he does, I go full on taking care of him mode. I don't mind doing it at all, so I'm not upset about it. I just never get the same treatment because I don't ever get sick. I am also very much a go, go, go type of person. Never really have full on lazy days. I'll have a lazy afternoon where I do crafty stuff. I was gonna read crazy stuff.
Just some crazy shit, don't mind me.
That's a lazy day where I do crazy.
Shout here, lighting dumpsters on fire, and just, this is a lazy day.
Anyway, I'll have a lazy afternoon where I do crafty stuff. But other than that, I'm always on the move, lighting dumpsters on fire or whatnot. Anyway, oh my
Solid.
god, I'm losing it. So the idea of just having one day where my husband does all the things he did for me when I had Voldemort sounds nice. I feel crazy. You're not allowed to say the word that starts with a C, ends with Arona.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh?
Starts with a C, you're like,
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, God, what does that have to do with anything? Gosh.
I feel crazy for even thinking about this and kind of just wanted to get others' opinions and reassurance that I'm not a crazy bitch for having this thought. Again, I just haven't ever done this and don't plan on it, just a thought.
I think it's still not okay to fake being sick. I
Yeah,
don't
I'd
know.
say you're not wrong for like
I feel like,
thinking about it, but
right,
if you're gonna do it, if
right.
you're gonna be like, oh, I'm sick.
I'm sick. Boo, you
I feel like as much as she's thought about it, she's afraid that people are going to crucify her on here for it. And honestly, I'm just going to simply say, don't be manipulative.
She's thinking about it quite a lot if she got a post on Reddit about it.
Yeah. She's like, should I? Shouldn't I? Okay, well, let the judgmental people of Reddit deal with it. And yeah, it's manipulative. Don't do that.
It's very manipulative. It's not cool. Don't do that. Let me read the top comment. Similar to what I said. For wanting, no. If you did it, yeah. Honestly, talk it out. If you need to fake an illness to feel taken care of, someone in that home needs a talking to. Either you, your husband, or both.
Mm.
I'd say both.
Yeah.
She could just say, "Hey, can we like do some role play where I'm sick and you take care of me? Not in a sexual way. I just want to feel pampered."
Just pamper
That's
me
all you have
just
to
a little bit.
say. And I'm sure your husband will be like, "Hell yeah." You know.
Maybe that's where it's just coming from. You just need a little bit of pampering. That's all.
Maybe you don't necessarily have to role play that you're sick. Maybe you could just say, "Hey, can we like on this day, would you mind like taking care of me and pampering me? Make my
It doesn't have to
dinner,
be right.
make me breakfast in bed, cover me
Make it
up,
a
tuck
little
me
special
in."
thing. Yeah.
Like you should be able to
Aw,
ask
that
for
sounds...
those things in your relationship.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
mean,
great.
I do that with Danny. I'll tuck him in at night. Like, there you go, night night.
Is he tight? Go to bed, Bugs Bite.
Yeah, you should be able to ask for that stuff.
Yeah, you should.
All around me are familiar.
I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
start
okay,
crying.
you wanna fucking get your shit together?
I am all in my feels today, so crying.
You're a hot mess today. I hope the Vine
No,
Squad's ready
it's...
to like laugh their asses off.
Hold on.
Okay.
I
What you got? What you got
had to.
lined up next?
So, yeah. So this one's gonna be the harder one, but giving my girls a broke home, I never wanted this. Am I wrong? All right. It's a long story, but we're in therapy and he suddenly didn't want to go anymore and now tells me he doesn't have time. I understand he's a truck driver and he just wants to rest when he comes, but sometimes he's laying down when he's here for a week. Sometimes he sleeps in later or he washes his vehicle, so I know it isn't that. On Thanksgiving Day, he was playing with the iron and threw steam at my back. And then the second time, he burned me. He told me later he didn't mean to hurt me, but that's basically all he said. Friday night, I told him crying that the burn hurt, and he told me he didn't burn me, and I showed him the scar. He
Or I guess
started
like
to
the
argue.
mark from it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a scar, but yeah. We started to argue more, and that night he told me he was tired of having arguments with me, and he was also tired of having arguments with his parents because he had gotten into an argument with them, and I guess he just felt very stressed. But that doesn't justify what he did. Every time he makes me cry, he never apologizes, he never hugs me or makes me feel emotionally safe. When he said he was tired of arguing, he sarcastically said to off him. Not sure if that can be said, but
Excuse me?
yeah.
That's
And
psychotic.
he handed me the yeah. That's obviously he wasn't meaning it, but it was the fact that he did that made me love him way less. We have 2 daughters together, and it was the only time when he did something like this. He's a good dad. He buys them everything and works a lot. He is present, and when he's here, he takes them every day to school. But I have no idea if I should walk away. He doesn't communicate with me. We have a whole week of just talking about the girls, and it hurts me. He doesn't put effort in the relationship. I feel he really is full of pride, and I just don't know what to do. I have nowhere to go, and I don't have a job. Homegirl's in a tough situation, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
do not excuse highly toxic and scary behavior
No.
by saying, "Oh, he didn't mean it." That's
Mm.
you
Yeah, I
don't
don't know how
that
old
you
the
don't
daughters
play with
are,
something.
but no. Uh-uh.
You don't play with something like that. It's not funny. It's not a joke.
Over an
Um,
argument? Like,
yeah.
buddy.
This guy's got some problems, like
To
steaming
say the
you
least.
to the point to that the second time he burns you, that's why is
Also,
he
just
playing with
playing
stuff
with
like
the
that?
iron in general?
Yeah.
What?
There's so many red flags that are going off here, and I really hope
And
you
like,
have
I'm
a safe
guessing she
out.
wasn't running around topless, so it burnt her through her clothes.
hmm But regardless, why are you sitting here playing with an iron?
It's the way she's
Like,
minimizing
why
his
are
behavior.
you exactly? There's a lot of that going on, but this is a scary situation.
I don't like the whole he's a good father bit because he takes them to school. That's bare minimum, babes. And he's not a good
Yeah.
father if he's treating you that way.
Yeah.
Because your kids are seeing that. They know what's happening. They're not dumb. Like,
Okay, so this was posted 20 hours ago. I'm going to read the top comment, but then I'm
okay.
also going to
There's OP replies.
do one OP reply. So,
Okay.
all right, top comment. Loving someone doesn't actually mean anything. Stop using this as an excuse to stay. Stop making excuses for this man. Do you love yourself? Do you love your girls? You know something isn't right here, or you would not have come to Reddit for answers. And the answers are overwhelmingly for you to leave this man.
Mm.
I know you're hurting and confused, but let the objective viewpoint win. He is not a safe person. You need to start making a plan to leave, find some help, and get into some therapy.
Yeah.
So, her reply, OP's reply, I know. I have no idea what his problems are. Maybe he feels the world is against him because his mom is very emotionally immature. And when they have a disagreement, she stops talking to him. I understand his frustration because maybe he feels his mom doesn't love him, but that has nothing to do with saying that. I feel bad because it seems as if he can't communicate his mental issues, but I am not his therapist, and he was the one who now says he doesn't have time for a therapist. He is hardly here. He comes only on weekends, and the girls rarely see him because he is a truck driver. We aren't married either, so custody would mean being with me most days.
Mm.
Honey, it doesn't matter his background.
Yeah.
We don't excuse violent behavior, abusive behavior, and clear issues that he does not want to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
That there's the key point here. He does not want to take care of any of this. He wants to continue doing what he is doing.
Mm-hmm.
That is not safe.
We can put in a title screen with a victim advocate number, phone number for domestic violence.
Yep.
That's totally doable. What did he say? That's literally going to be the girlfriend's reaction.
Okay.
All right, Vibe Squad. I'm going to read the last one because I just have a really good one. And,
Yeah.
we'll give Ash a break today. So, okay. Am I wrong for quote unquote making my fiance uncomfortable in bed?
Color me intrigued.
My 28 male fiance, 26 female Hannah, and I have been together for years now. Well, I would hope so. You're engaged. We live together and have a great life outside the bedroom now. She's a switch in bed, and so am I, but I have more submissive qualities that I've recognized. But I have more submissive qualities that I have recognized in myself through some inner work. I need to be directed and told what to do sometimes. Things in life stress me out more than they should. I always feel like Hannah is mad at me 24/7, and I ask if everything's okay a lot, and I'm working on it. Working on it. It stems from my insecurities. My mother never really gave me much validation and always wanted me to be better in life, so I always felt like I never made her proud. But she was a good mother otherwise. I don't believe that. In bed, I like being submissive more. It feels more natural, and my fiance is behind that. Except when I sprung the question and asked her if she could refer to herself as mommy in bed last night. She did it to make me happy, and the next day she told me she felt uncomfortable doing it, but it got me off so much. I just love laying on her chest, and feeling her boobs makes me feel safe. I love forehead kisses and being told I'm a cute little dude. And being told I'm a good boy and doing good stuff. She makes me feel safe, and she's so nurturing, which attracted me to her. I see the way she is with our dog, and it melts my heart. I want her to talk to me like that. Maybe it's weird, I don't know, but I felt I could be vulnerable with her. I don't know why, but I always want to put her boobs in my mouth, but it's a guy thing. I told her that I understand she's uncomfortable and I'm sorry, but I really don't want her to leave me and think I'm weird. I really love this dynamic though. I don't actually want her to be my mother, but I want that submissive role. What the fuck is wrong with me?
You got a kink,
Okay.
bro.
Yeah. I don't know. The
You
whole
gotta
mommy
you.
daddy stuff in bed is real weird to me. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It you want to say your mom's a good mom, but you're dealing with trauma. In most kinks, like statistically speaking, come from some form of trauma,
Right.
and that's it's the way you deal with it. As long as it's a healthy way, that's fine. It might not be for everyone else because I can sure as heck tell you, I'm not going to be saying
It
certain
ain't for me.
parental roles in
Mm,
there, but that's just not for me. Like it
yeah.
might be what's for you, but to make her feel weirded out, that's where the communication needs to come into play because you need to have a well communicated and safe and comfortable environment to be able to
Hmm.
express your kinks the way you want to.
Right.
I did not see this going that way, but here I am with kink education.
Yeah, I
uh,
felt like this was right up your alley. You're pretty educated when it comes to kink stuff and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, if your fiance is uncomfortable with it, she's uncomfortable with it. You can find a way
yeah.
around it or do something else. I don't know.
Or
Um,
maybe, and I hate to say this, but sometimes it's just not a good fit if that's what you want for long term.
right.
Because you don't want to force someone into something that they are not comfortable with. I
Hmm.
mean, the most you can do is sit here and talk it out, let them know how you feel on a level, playing field, and they need to be able to share how they feel too, which might be uncomfortable, but
Mm.
you care about this person deeply, so how they feel should also matter as well. Um, but hopefully that they can come to some sort of compromise. But yeah, that's nothing's necessarily wrong with you other than the trauma
Yeah.
with your mother that you need to address.
Eh,
Um, but you just have a mommy, you have a submissive kink. That's all.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You
No.
could be submissive in a way that doesn't have to
Mm,
do with mommy stuff, I guess, but maybe that could be the compromise or whatever. But yeah,
yeah,
there's nothing wrong with having a kink. It's just you can't force other people to participate in it, if
exactly.
they're
Or
uncomfortable.
right, or there could just be words that you cannot use during that
Right.
time.
Hmm.
That's all.
And she's like, if you say mommy, I'll beat your
Did you
ass.
see mommy? Did you see mommy? He'll
Don't
be
you
like,
dare.
okay. Do it.
Yeah, let me get into the top comment here.
Yeah.
Put my phone away already. Okay. From Olive Boy Mario, but boy is spelled B-O-I.
Yeah, boy. All right.
Olive Boy!
Yeah.
If you keep doing it knowing it makes her uncomfortable, yes, you would be wrong. Someone my age calling me daddy makes me very uncomfortable. Not a fan and wouldn't date that person. If you're determined to stay with this person, see a therapist. Mm, mm.
I think that was okay, but not okay. People are
Is she
allowed to have
okay?
their kinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are allowed to have their kinks. That doesn't, I mean, do I think he needs therapy? Yes. Do I think he's allowed to have specified kinks? Absolutely, as long as it's done in a healthy form.
Yeah.
That's
The whole
just
thing
being
is
part of the kink community.
consent.
I did not know I was going to get educational up in here, but here we are.
Kink 101 with Ashely.
Mom, please don't watch this.
Oh
mean,
my
or
God.
do. We can have a conversation.
I don't know how that would go. Probably not great. Well, Vibe Squad, that does it for today.
Yeah.
Join us later in the week at some point. We're still working out scheduling, but we are introducing a new show, the K-pop Cafe. We're very into K-pop. If you can't tell, I'm wearing a Taemin shirt anyway. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're here to talk and educate and whatnot because we're still new to this, but it's really fun. It's a great time, something we enjoy. So come and join us.
Heck yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll be posting our next one Monday. So maybe Monday we'll have another K-pop cafe available. We do
Hop
have
on
one
that
episode
journey.
up. Yeah, we do have one episode up on the channel already. Go check that out. It's for the AT's comeback with their new album. But
It's
anyway,
fire. I love them.
if you just want to come for the Reddit stuff, that's fine. We'll be here Thursdays for the Reddit stuff. So yeah, join us next time. Go and like and follow, subscribe, and comment. It really helps us reach a bigger audience if you interact
Yeah.
with the video in some way. But we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye. Mom, please don't watch this.